Hey guys, it's Sagar, and in this video, I'm going to unbox and give you guys my initial impressions about this Realme 10 Pro Plus. I don't get review units, so I went out and bought this from one of the offline stores in Pune. I went with the dark matter, which is black or space grey like color. I didn't really like the other two colors. I checked them out in person, and I felt like those colors made the phone look a bit cheap. There are 3 variants to choose from: 6 128GB, 8 128GB, and 8 256GB. I went with the 8GB RAM and 128GB storage variant, and I paid 25,999 rupees for it. Let us quickly open this big box and see what all we get inside. First, there is this yellow box type envelope which holds the SIM tray ejection pin, some leaflet with user guide, warranty and regulatory information, and a thin, transparent, flexible TPU case. Next up, there is the phone itself, and even before I remove it from the plastic, I can tell that it feels pretty light for the size. Let me keep it aside for a moment while we take a look at other things, which are this USB Type-A to Type-C cable for charging and data transfer, and an 80-watt SuperVOOC charging brick. Although it comes with a 80-watt SuperVOOC charger, this phone can accept a maximum charge of 67 watts. Let me move all these things aside and come back to the phone. If you haven't seen it in the promo materials yet, then this time Realme has introduced a curved display on this 10 Pro Plus. This is a first for any phone in this price range. Most of the other phones which come with curved displays are priced much higher than this. I like this color of the back as it doesn't look too flashy. It's a plastic back, so after moving to glass back on the Realme 9 Pro Plus, Realme seems to have gone back to using plastic for the back of this phone. It is a downgrade compared to the Realme 9 Pro Plus, but I personally don't think that it's a big deal in this price segment. Frame of this phone is still made of plastic, like with most of the phones in this price range. Now that the display of this phone is curved, we have much less of the frame to hold on to, which makes the phone feel a bit uncomfortable in my hands if I'm using it without a case. But this design definitely looks very premium. We are just not used to having phones look this good in this price bracket, so a big thumbs up to Realme for that. It is slightly taller but a bit narrower compared to the 9 Pro Plus. I'm not a big fan of having curved displays on my phones, as I found them to toggle too many accidental touches, and I don't like how the light refracts on the curved edges when watching some of the content on the screen. I am not too sure about this one though. I will have to use it for a few more days before I could tell you more about the accidental touches on this phone. Realme says that they have some software tricks to make the usage experience better, so I'm hoping that this phone won't have too many issues due to the curved display. Taking a look around, we have the power or sleep wake button on the right side and volume up and down buttons above it. There is a noise cancelling microphone and a speaker grill at the top. Left side of the phone is clean without any buttons or ports. At the bottom, we have the SIM tray, main microphone, USB Type-C port and another speaker grill. Interestingly, Realme chose to omit the 3.5mm headphone jack on this 10 Pro Plus. And combining that with a plastic back, many people are wondering if this Realme 10 Pro Plus is a downgrade over the previous phone. Speaking of the back, we have 3 cameras in this 2 camera modules and an LED flash. Main camera now gets a 108MP Samsung sensor with f1.8 aperture, but again, it seems like a huge downgrade over the 50MP Sony IMX766 sensor on the Realme 9 Pro Plus. The sensor size is smaller, there is no OIS, and it's a Samsung sensor which is always known to produce slightly worse images compared to its Sony counterparts. Second camera gets an 8MP sensor with f2.2 aperture and 16mm ultra-wide angle lens. And finally, there is a useless 2MP camera with f2.4 aperture and a macro lens. So in terms of cameras, this 10 Pro Plus doesn't seem to be very promising. I will of course test the cameras very thoroughly in a detailed camera review in the coming days, so make sure you have subscribed to the channel and have the notifications turned on. Coming to the front, this phone gets a 6.7-inch curved AMOLED display with a resolution of 2412 at 1080 pixels. It's a 120Hz refresh rate panel. It gets PWM dimming, so it won't stress out your eyes, especially at lower brightness, and it gets a peak brightness of 800 nits with HDR10+ certification. So the display is definitely an upgrade over the Realme 9 Pro Plus. That being said, I love the slightly smaller screen on the Realme 9 Pro Plus. It also made the phone compact and feel much better in my hands. Add to it that Realme doesn't even tell us that if this glass is protected by Gorilla Glass or not. They say that it is double reinforced glass, but that's it. There is just no protection rating mentioned. That being said, this display looks amazing. The bezels all around are very thin. In fact, the bottom bezel or chin of this phone is one of the smallest on any phones out there. We are just not used to seeing such amazing displays on phones priced under 30,000 rupees. Most of you will be happy to know that this phone comes with an in-display fingerprint sensor. It is responsive enough, but I don't think it is the fastest one out there. Maybe it's just with my phone, or maybe Realme needs to optimize the speed a bit with software updates. It comes with MediaTek Dimensity 1080 processor coupled with Mali G68 GPU. It is still based on 6nm architecture, And to be honest, it's just an overclocked version of the Dimensity 920 processor on the Realme 9 Pro Plus. If I have to compare it with a Snapdragon processor, then I would say it is slightly behind the Snapdragon 778 processor. The performance is not bad, and it can handle most of the things that I can throw at it, but it is still no match for the Snapdragon 870 part phones in this price range. And at this price point, I was expecting it to come with a slightly powerful chipset, so the gaming performance would have been even better. It's a 5G capable processor, and if you have the 5G network available in your area, you can have two 5G SIM cards running simultaneously. It is coming with Realme UI 4.0 built on top of Android 13, which is great to see. This user interface feels smooth and quick. I have enabled the 120Hz mode, and I did not see any dropped frames while using the phone entire day. A special thumbs up to Realme for shipping this phone with Android 13 out of the box. All that being said, Realme's bloatware and shady notifications is starting to get out of hands. It's come to a point where despite of having this amazing screen and design, you might seriously want to reconsider purchasing this phone. To power it, it comes with a 5000 mAh battery, which I am happy to say gives you an amazing backup. I have had this phone for just about a day, but it has been doing really well without me putting it to charge yet. But I will definitely have to use it for another few days to give you an even better idea of the battery backup. The 67W charging speed means your phone will be juiced up in under 50 minutes. So that's pretty much it for the initial impressions about this Realme 10 Pro Plus. The main highlighting factor of this phone is the curved 6.7-inch AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate, and it looks wonderful. Realme had to give up quite a few things like a headphone jack, glass back and better cameras on the back so they could pack in this screen at this price point. How does it affect the overall usability of this phone? Well, that is something which I can only tell in my full review after using it for a few more weeks. I would have loved for it to retain its compact form factor like the Realme 9 Pro Plus, but I have started to like how this phone looks and feels in my hand. If you want your phone to look classy, then avoid going with the Hyperspace Gold or the Nebula Blue color. Stay tuned for a very detailed camera review and comparison videos with other phones. That is it for this video, guys. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel for a lot more quality tech videos like this. You can also check out some of the other videos from this channel. This has been Sagar, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.